I believe we are live, ladies. I see all you ladies, lovely ladies out there, and gentlemen, because we do get some guys that join us, so gotta make sure I say hi to everyone. The mouse is on me, or the image is focusing on me. Hi, Jackie. Hi, Kimberly Booth. I think I said hi to everyone in the chat. If you guys can kindly go slow for us, because we're keeping a list of everyone on here tonight so we can draw the names. So just go slowly on us, because we're writing these out, ladies. Hi, Veroni, Goldie, Linda, Britt Gill, Red Top Yankee, Marty, okay. Miss Carol Brickman, how are you, hon? And Amy Love. Amy Love is joining us, and she is from Shabby Chic Boutique. Miss Jenny England is joining us. Elaine. I need shorthand. I need to learn how to do shorthand. Frankie's joining us. Donardo, Laura, Kate, Anastasia, Cheryl Highland, Jane. Oh, wait a minute, guys. Ooh, wow, we need some shorthand in here. Janie, Irma, and Heidi. Hi, Miss Heidi.
Hello there, Heidi.
Rose, ALC. Kathy Lynn is even joining us. That is so awesome, Kathy Lynn. Roseanne, Bradley. And sorry if I'm repeating your name. We're just writing names down so we can keep a good list of all you lovely ladies. Penny, Kitts Miller, and I don't know, I mispronounced your name, and I do apologize for that. Okay, so I think I have, oh, Rhonda Gary. And I see Candy. I got you down, Candy. And Annie Crump. Paula, I have you down. Heidi, I have you down. So thank you, ladies, for joining us tonight. Just go a little bit slow when you're saying hi to us so that we can make sure we notate. Donna McCain, notate your name, because I know yesterday there was a little bit of a lag, and tea time. And we're going to put you down as tea time, Linda, because we have two Lindas in here. Margaret Hernandez, Kat GD, Maria Sanchez. I'm sure I got Jackie's last name. Yep, we got Jackie. Oh, and Kim over from Canada. All right. So welcome. Tonight is part 2 of our tag album. Oh, we have Maggie White as well. I don't know if you got her. And we are going to try to knock it out as much as we can. I can't promise you, because you know we have so much fun doing this. And sometimes we go a little bit overboard. And of course, Kateri and Michelle are joining us. We have B. Campbell. So I'll go over the list, Vanessa, and double check everyone so that when we start drawing names, we get all the names in. So anyway, getting back to why we're here. We're going to be creating the part 2 of the album tonight, and hopefully we can knock it down a little bit. Remember that the promo code to get 40% off from Want2Scrap's online store is May Sent Me 40, and you have to put it in all caps in order for it to work. So hurry on down. I know that a lot of you guys already placed your order yesterday, and that was greatly appreciated. Awesome night last night, ladies. We had a good time. And we did draw up a winner, which was Nancy Thomas. So congrats to her. So let's take, oh, and a brief reminder, when you are drawn as a winner, make sure you're registered and logged in to the website for the Want2Scrap so that they can, hi, Miss Kathy, so that they can give you a credit in the store. So once you're logged in and registered, send me that information so I can pass it to Michelle and they can credit your account for the gift certificate. Okay, ladies? Susan. All right. So hello, Miss Susan.
Hello,
right.
ladies.
We have Vanessa joining us as well. So I'm going to let her say hi to you guys really briefly, and then I'm going to switch cameras while she's saying hi.
Hello, ladies, and welcome. Thanks for joining us. We're so happy that you're all here.
All right. Yes, we are absolutely happy to have you guys here. I'm going to go ahead and switch cameras. It should work. It doesn't want to work. My husband said it would work. We were...
Of course it doesn't want to work when you're...
we're supposed to... It's supposed to pick up both cameras, but apparently it does not want to do that. It only wants to pick up mine, so we're going to switch it out here. It did not want to do that. I had hoped it would. And technology and me are not very good friends. If you guys already know me. I don't get along with technology very well. And I don't think technology likes me either. Ooh, Miss Sylvia Pohl. Hi, Miss Sylvia. Yes, we almost have 300 subscribers. Isn't that awesome?
It's super. Super deep.
It's very super. It's very awesome. You guys are awesome. You guys rock. Look at that. Now we have a camera down here. All right. So we have a list of all the ladies that we have somewhat of a list. We'll go over it towards the end and make sure we didn't miss anybody. So we did the other pages. You guys already saw that. We'll bring it all out once we're done. And we're just going to work with this bigger one right now. And this is a nice little crochet trim that you can pick up at Joann's at a really nice, reasonable rate. And just remember, when you have a question, just put it in all caps. And one of the ladies will catch it. I'm sure they will. They typically do catch all the questions that goes on. So did you guys have a good night last night? Quiet.
Last night.
I sound muffled?
Yeah, just a tad.
Just a tad. How do I sound now? Do I sound muffled still?
Sound better.
Okay,
Way better.
Gracie and Bree just joined us.
I got them.
All right. Just make sure you drop in a line and say hi, Vanessa, so she can add your name in to that $25 gift certificate to Want2Scrap store. And that way we're not forgetting you guys, okay? This is something you get at the floral section at Hobby Lobby, and I got it at clearance. I like this because it stretches and it looks like chicken wire, doesn't it? Love that.
Mm-hmm.
So I have all my little images already here. Go with that one. And ladies, it is hot. I don't know about you guys, but I'm sweating bullets today.
But it makes a sweat bullet. Let me show you what I did.
Oh, you got a Shabonders. I love the Shabonder glue. It is an awesome, awesome glue. Okay, so we have this little kind of chicken wire trim ribbon. It's actually a ribbon, not a trim. My bad habit. When I say ribbon, you guys just tell me to shut up, May. It's not a ribbon. I mean, it's not a lace. And this little doily was gifted to me by the beautiful Marty. And we've already talked about some of the awesome products that Want2Scrap offers and how versatile they can be, whether you're creating with chipboard, I mean, not chipboard, obviously their products are made out of chipboard, but if you're creating with paper or creating some cards, scrapbook layouts, the sky is really the limit. And now we're just extending it to another whole entire dimension by bringing in the concept of fabric, ribbon, and laces into these amazing products. So don't be afraid to use laces. Don't be afraid to use your fabrics when designing with these amazing products. And the more texture you add, I think the more character it also gives it. It gives that nice, unique look. So, and I like grungy, but I love shabby chic grungy. So, Christy, I was painting and doing wire work. You can come over here when you're done. Carlson is joining us. Welcome. And here I go again, struggling to get this peeled off. Lala Hastings is joining us. Welcome, ladies. And if you guys don't know the promo code for the Want2Scrap store, you'll get 40% off your entire order. It is May, capital all caps, May sent me 40. Put that in your coupon code and you'll get 40% off your entire order. Want2Scrap is really generous. They have been an awesome company. They've sponsored us with a prize for this entire 25 days of Christmas hop. And they've given us also 40% off coupon and 2 more prizes. So I think that's really fabulous. Yes, May sent you. Just don't tell your husband I sent you to do that, okay? Not allowed. It's not permitted. All right, so we have all that nice stuff going on.
Where's the best place to buy laces?
The best place to buy laces, we have a lot of ladies that buy that sell laces. We have Shabby Chic Boutique, and Amy Love is in the panel right now. So you can ask her questions or check out her store. She's also one of our sponsors. We also have Creating with Details that has a little bit of everything in their shop. I like to support all of them, so check them both out, ladies. They both have fabulous products and fabulous bling, so check them all out.
Dorabel has joined us.
Hi, Miss Dorabel. And Dorabel is joining us from Puerto Rico, and I probably have my aunt there somewhere, so I want to give my aunt a shout out, Amy, Titi Amy. She said yesterday she was watching, but she couldn't join the chat, so I wanted to give her a quick little shout out and let her know I appreciate her joining us. So Amy, if you want to put Amy or Kim, one of you guys, I think Kim from Angel Dream, she's in here. If you want to put the link to Amy's shop, that would be awesome, hon. And I know a lot of people will say, why are you layering so many? And it's like a waste. I've heard it. It's a waste of laces. No, it just gives it character. It builds onto it, and it just gives it really nice volume. And I don't know about you guys, I love seeing all those luscious layers. It's like peeling an onion. You ever thought about that? Hi, Miss Kim. Kim is also, she's got the Vintage Rose Emporium on Facebook. And she's also one of our sponsors for this hop. So those are ladies that you can check out their products and their laces and their bling and everything that they have. I heard that Miss Amy Love is having a kit coming out. So for all of you guys that love kits, please be sure to check them out and contact Amy about that kit. She hasn't mentioned it now. So all right. I have a big old roll of stuff. Now this is something you can pick up from Creating with Details. When I like a trim, I buy a lot of it so that I'm not having to, especially when it's something that I really, really like, I'll buy tons of it.
Thank you, Heidi.
What did Miss Heidi? Oh, awesome. She put the link to Amy's store. So thank
Heidi,
you, Miss.
you put CWD and are the other ones in there, please? Thank you.
Yes, please do. Put all the other links in there, and be sure to check them out and check out the other ladies. We have NSK also that's sponsored us. Miss Garden Grove. All these wonderful ladies have laces, so you got to check them all out. I know it's so much to choose from. What's that?
Christy's on top of the links too.
Yeah, these girls are on a roll.
I'm trying to keep up with writing the names down over here.
They are on a roll, ladies.
Yes,
All right, so these are the ones I coffee dyed yesterday, and I love that grunginess of it. It just gives it more character, and the more character it has, the shabbier your project looks, I think. So don't be afraid to use even avocado. I've heard Eggplant gives it like, and cabbage. Cabbage I've heard gives it like a purple color to it. I haven't tried because I'm not much of a purple kind of person. There we go. There's that. And we're going to grab some of Want2Scrap's flat back beads. And pop those in place. Ooh, that was very nice of me. No idea where it went.
You're losing your beads again, May?
I'm losing my bead. If I didn't have my head attached to my body, I'd probably lose my head too.
You and me both.
I don't know about you guys. I woke up this morning like, can I go back to bed? The thing about these flat back beads is that you can pop them in wherever you want. And I like that. I like to be able to pop them in wherever I please.
Hi, Candy.
Hello, Candy. Just remember, onion skin, yes. Oh, onion skin is good for dyeing? What color do you get when you do onion skin? I didn't know about onion. Hi, Miss D Barb. And if I am saying your name out, it's because it's just a way of also making sure Vanessa writes your name down for the list for the drawing.
Makes it easier for me. Thank you.
Yes. Oh boy, I'm losing everything. Hi, Minerva. How are you? Min is here. I'm sorry, what?
What's the tool you're using?
Oh, it's the grabber, bead grabbing tool, or the bead gripper. You pick it up at Joann's. I heard Hobby Lobby also has them. I don't know. I haven't seen them there yet, but I heard Hobby Lobby does carry them. This is one of the Want2Scrap's chipboard words. It's Angel, and I just took some of my favorite chalk paint and kind of went in with my paintbrush and distressed it with some Vintage Photos Distressings from Tim Holtz line. And they're really nice and sturdy, and I like that because they're thick, and you can pop them in anywhere you want. So we're going to pop that in right there. You can use a little dimensionals, little pop-out dimensionals. So we have that. Let's see what else we have here. And I did these already, and I do have that, and I want to work with that one in the next one. That's too much. Don't want to put too much. And I love these little snowflakes. Aren't that cute? I think these are stinking cute.
Oh, she's coming out with the Michelle quizzes again.
All right. So I think we're going to put that there. I'm going to use a one of those little dimensional things I was telling you guys about. Red onions. I have to try that.
There's a lot of good tips in here tonight.
It is. I'll have to keep an eye on those. I haven't tried red onions. And even though it's an adhesive back, I want to make sure that sticks really good, so I put a little bit of hot glue on that to assist it better. Ooh, congrats to your son, Marianne. All right, so we have that. And we're going to add a little flower right there. These are from Paper Studio, Hobby Lobby brand. There we have. I think I'm content with that. Flip it over. And we're going to go decisions. What do we want to do? I think I like this one, so we're going to go back with this one. It's one of my favorite. Yes, they do have custom orders. Actually, Robert was talking about that yesterday, that they do have some custom orders that they do make. Just send them a message or contact them and they will work on that. They can do words, quotes. So just contact Michelle Parrish or Robert, and they can definitely work something out. And this is just cheesecloth because I know I'm going to be asked, what am I using? So we're using some cheesecloth. Random stuff here, and notice I just do it randomly. I don't have a rhyme or reason. I just throw it on there. This is from Creating with... Huh? What is the mesh? The mesh is it's, oops. You get this at the floral section at Hobby Lobby, and it almost looks like chicken wire when you stretch it out. But it isn't. It's some type of a ribbon, but look at that. And then you can stretch it out, make it, but it's not wire at all. It just looks like wire. Okay. And this one here is from Creating with Details. And I like adding all these different elements on here.
Kimberly.
I just do. Gives it that funkiness to it. Yeah, it looks like mesh. It looks like a chicken wire too, but it's not.
I'm multitasking here.
You're what?
I'm multitasking. Reading questions, writing names, and cutting them out.
Yeah, we'll read through that list of who's participating. So if you're watching out there and you're not signed in, make sure you drop in a little message for us so that we can add your name to that drawing. And again, you have to go into the Want2Scrap and make sure I got to make sure you leave that little hole open. So I always make sure I'm looking around. So I'm not covering that hole. That would be awful. Yes, and don't forget to like our videos. Don't forget to stop by each and every one of our sponsors' site. Lou, if you can put the website for your shop, that would be also awesome and very helpful. For those of us here in the U.S. that doesn't know Fernley's, they are also sponsoring us with a very generous, and I mean generous because she gave 2 prizes as well. But she's got an online store, and she can, right there, she can tell you guys what she has. Jill's joining us as well, Jill P. And I'm going to say Jill P because I don't want to butcher your name. Is the mesh made out of a material or plastic? It's a material type of thing. It's not plastic. V is joining us. V Lavender. Terry is joining us. You finally made it, Terry. I hope everything's going smooth for you. Ladies, if you guys can keep Terry and her family in your prayers, that would be awesome. You want coffee and donuts? I do too. While you're out getting a run of coffee and donuts, can you pick me some up, please?
Yeah, me too.
All right, I'm about to quit on this one. Yep, we're going to quit. See, that's what happens when May can't remove the backing. I don't struggle.
Oh, May? Jill's last name is Parkhurst.
Who? Jill is what? Parkhurst?
Yep.
There you go. She said your name good. I'll go with that one, okay? Is she pretty? Again, these are images I picked up from an Etsy seller. I think it was like, I don't know, $2. It was really reasonable. Can't remember. Don't quote me on it, though. All right, so
okay, it's moving kind of quick.
it is. You ladies are busy typing. Crystal.
Gloria.
You guys want to slow it down so we can type in. Not unless one of you guys are shorthand and you can
Yeah. We need a shorthand.
yeah, we need a shorthand person here. One of those court reporters. They're really good at writing really fast. And I pulled the Michelle. Look at that. I didn't even sew it. Hello, Miss Cindy and Mary Ann. Nice of you guys to be joining us tonight. Very, very nice. The more layers, the more textures, the prettier it looks, I think. What do you guys think? What's your input on that? How do you guys feel about, I know that I, for a time there, didn't like to waste my laces or anything like that. But then I got over that fear of wasting them because it just makes such a pretty outcome. And now I don't fear that. But how do you guys feel about using your laces? Like we do. Like piling it up, one on top of the other, like mad crazy. Like right here, I just put 2 layers in. You love the layers. Oh, Heidi's on top of it. And she would be in here singing like crazy too, which we miss her karaoke.
Whoa.
You love the layers.
Yeah.
I love the layers too. I think it gives it really nice character. And now I don't mind. So I used to mind. I used to think, man, that's like a lot of laces and stuff. But now I don't mind it. I love it. I love it. We're breaking your wallet, hon? Oh, I'm sorry. Don't tell your
sorry.
Crystal's saying I'm breaking her wallet. Ew.
You already broke my wallet.
I did?
Yep. Sorry.
Oh, I love doilies. Yeah, you can do a lot with doilies. There's so much you can do with doilies. So much. The sky is absolutely the limit when you have doilies.
That's true.
No, I don't use yards and yards. You can't cover beautiful laces. See, and I love it. To me, Debbie, I think it gives it so much that character that it's almost like telling a story that you have to peel that layer of yumminess and tell a story behind it. I don't know. That's just my theory. And I'm sticking to it. And you don't really use, like Lou said, you don't use a whole lot of it. You just use a small little chunk here and there. So naturally, it lasts you a long time, I think. I'm going to use one of these again because I love the way those are coming out. It just gives it a really nice vintage look. You cringe, Melissa? Why? Yeah, I cringe. I used to cringe when at first because I thought, man, what if I mess it up? But then, you know, there's a heat gun. You can just nuke it up. Like I always say, let's nuke it. We're going to add this word cherish right there. Nuke it and then remove it, or use your undo and remove that baby and start all over. No one will ever know. We're going to put this one here. It's one of their Frilly Flourish swirls that you can get on Chipboard. And if you want a list of just about everything I've used in these this tutorial, it is on part 1 of these tutorials. You will go in there and you will see everything I used for this project. How much money do I have on this tag? Let's see. Considering a lot of the stuff that I'm using are just bits and pieces of things that I've had laying around. I use a lot of the coupon codes. I would say if I was to add it all up on laces and stuff, gosh. I only use bits and pieces, and see, that's the thing. I haven't used full yardages of anything. Like this trim here, this little ribbon here, or this lace, whatever, the whole roll was about 3 yards, and I paid $2.99, and I still have 2.5 yards, if that, if maybe more, and I've used it for several of these. This is just some remnants of something I had laying around from another piece of a kit. This one here came in another roll, and it was like $2.99, and it came with 3 yards in it. So again, I use just chunks. I wouldn't even know where to begin because it's just bits of pieces I have here and there. Between the cost of the album and the laces, well, if I was to sell it, I would probably sell it for a lot because of the time you put into it, but I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question. It's a good valid question. All right, so we have yeah, like these are just the big, I mean, I'm only using 4 inches here and there of remnants and stuff that's been laying around. Hi, Michelle. Michelle from Want2Scrap is joining us, and she's working overtime to fulfill all those orders, guys. Oh, look at that.
Yeah.
I just lost some beads.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, that was from the dangle. That's expected. I didn't glue it down. Okay, so that's what we have for this side. So we have that one down. Now we're going to move on to the last big tag. Again, this one was like Joann's 3 yards, and I'm just using chunks of it, so not a whole lot is being used, and of course cheesecloth is not that expensive. I would say in everything that I've used, probably total in this album is probably $50 maybe. I don't know. But don't quote me on that. This is a double layer.
I want to thank Heidi. She just sent me the whole list of everybody in the chat.
Oh, that was nice of you, Miss.
She did it so quick. She got the whole list.
That was nice of Miss Heidi.
Save my fingers.
I'm working my magic, Michelle. Working the magic. We're working. Everyone's so quiet tonight. I feel like everyone's too quiet. Why are you guys so quiet? Let me break out this quiet stuff.
Oops. Am I too quiet tonight?
Yeah, you're too quiet.
I'm trying to concentrate over here.
You're trying to concentrate. Okay, so this is a... I'm sorry, what? I did coffee stain the cheesecloth, and this is a piece of a doily that Michelle Pipeling sent me. And it's been cut up and used up a lot. I did coffee stain my cheesecloth. And I took my heat gun and went right to town with it. I nuked it.
Are you nuking me again?
I did. I nuked it. And even if you get like an old shirt from the Goodwill, or you have an old shirt in your closet and you want to tear it up and use it, you can use that as well. You don't have to buy expensive laces or anything like that to make these kind of albums, because you're basically just using bits of pieces here and there. Who was that? Oh, that answered your question, Rose. My husband is downstairs and he read me the question.
Thank you, Eric.
He's watching, guys, in a good way. He's watching us. Yes, that wasn't my my hubby. So did you guys visit the Want2Scrap store and see all your lovely stuff that you can get with your 40% coupon? Did you guys run down there and get what you guys needed? I think Michelle was saying something about one of the albums that she's going to be using, which is that help me out here, Vanessa. She said she's making an album with something.
The teapot.
The teapot, yes. She's making an album with the teapot.
I want to know if Michael's is doing. what Michelle is doing. A teapot.
She's doing a teapot with the what do you call that? The teapot chipboard album that you've purchased from Want2Scrap. She's.
Hi, Linda.
Hi, Linda. Eric said hi. I'm repeating what he said from downstairs. Oh, and by the way, ladies, he says he's still holding you guys up until that fishing gear stuff.
Yeah, y'all spoiled them.
He says he hasn't forgotten. A bedspread. You're going to use a bedspread? Miss Vanessa, are you there, hon? I think I lost Vanessa, lady.
I know I'm too quiet tonight. I know
No,
Michelle from Want2Scrap is going to tell me I'm too quiet.
You're too quiet.
I don't want to hear y'all to hear me cut paper over here because I just printed every single name in the chat. Thanks to Miss.
Eric, they want to know if you like Shabby Chic fishing gear.
No.
That was a really rough no.
No
Did you hear that?
for Eric, ladies.
You're using a huge tablecloth. Ooh, that's a good idea. You know, I bought an antique bedspread, and it was hand crocheted from back. It was really old. It was from the 1800s, late 1800s, early 1900s.
See that Michelle's asking me already.
What's that?
Michelle's telling me I'm way too quiet tonight.
Yeah, you are.
When I see a squirrel, I see a squirrel, okay? Hint, hint.
The teapot, the teapot chipboard is sold by Want2Scrap. It is just a teapot chipboard, and if someone could put the link to that teapot chipboard that we're talking so much about, I would really appreciate it. Just don't forget to use your 40% May sent you link.
Uh-huh. You had a brain fart right there, didn't you?
Who? Me?
You.
I had a brain fart?
Yeah, you almost forgot what the 40% thing was.
No.
Okay. I'm getting the link to the teapot, ladies.
The link to the teapot. No, I have not yet chopped that bedspread because I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I can't bring myself to do it. Just like I had like 30 wedding dresses and I never had the courage to cut them up.
Okay, there's the link right there to the teapot.
You were at a store today and there was what? A blouse made out of doily. Ooh, for $10. Yeah, that was a little too pricey, I think, for $10 for a thrift store. I would say, I think. I don't know about you guys. Would you guys pay $10 for something from this thrift store?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I don't think I would. I think I would be kind of iffy about that one. All right, I'm going to use this one. We're going to go with. Yeah, we are. I am a little bit of a chicken when it comes to cutting certain things up. I just kind of feel guilty. It's a guilty thing. 110 what? Oh, 110. Oh, God, no.
Oh, my God, no.
What
Definitely
not. What thrift store was that? Tell me it wasn't the Goodwill, because you know they get everything for free. $110. I would have told them to keep that thing. I would have told them to frame it. They would have been framing that baby. They would have been framing it. Yeah, that was I agree with you, Lou. That was not a thrift store. Okay, so we're adding, see the flat backs right straight into this trim here. And we're going to take this little baby here because it needs color. Because May forgot to add some color onto it. I colored it or paint it with some distress ink, and I forgot to do this one. And you can use sprays with these chipboards, like the Lindsay Stamp Gang sprays. You can use paint like you see me use. It resists all those mediums that you're going to use on these. It resists it all. Thank you, Miss Michelle. All right, so we're going to put that one probably there. No, I think I like it here. What do you guys think? Here? Because I'm thinking, do I have any more scripts? And I don't have any more. Okay, so maybe up here. Can you guys see that there? Maybe add a button. That was too rich. That was too expensive for me. I don't know. I would have definitely been screaming. What store was that? $80 jeans? Man, they would have been signed by somebody famous.
They would have had to have some pure gold in those jeans.
Top, okay. Good, because I already glued it down. We're going to add a button to it. I'm glad you said the top. I was thinking ahead. We're going to remove this shank. Yeah, let's add, you know, it needs a bow, so we're going to add a bow. So let's get our bow worked on. Ooh, hot, ladies. Has anybody seen my seam binding?
You didn't throw it away?
No, I didn't throw it away. Funny, Vanessa. You're so funny.
I try.
I see. You're trying to be super funny.
I try. I'm getting yelled at by Michelle because she thinks I'm too quiet. I gotta say something.
I'm sorry. What did you say, hon?
Huh?
Eric? I need some color, so we're going to take this lacy stuff and make a little bow out of it. My husband said something and I didn't hear him.
You make your cup.
No, I did not. This was gifted to me by Sierra. The lovely Sierra sent me that. Nancy, did you find your fringe? You kept looking for your fringe earlier. Oops.
Is seam binding and bias trim the same thing?
No, I don't think so. The bias trim is double-sided. I think you can, it's entirely different. If someone's a seamstress out there can probably answer that one, but I think it's entirely, something entirely different.
Yeah, it's different because blanket binding is folded in half and seam binding isn't.
Right. Yeah. The seam binding, it's generally folded in half. I mean, not folded in half, but the bias is.
Tattered lace bow maker.
Oh, you know what? You just gave me an idea. See, I'm adding more to my bow. I have to add more to it. Because everything's prettier with a bow and all the frou-frou-ness of it.
Everything's better with a bow on it.
You finally made your sleigh, Kimberly? Where is the best place to get seam binding? I have found there's a seller on eBay that sells you seam binding very affordable. By the roll. I buy it, when you buy it there, you get it by the yard, 100 yards. Because I use so much of it. Now this seam binding, I did get it from Creating with Details. So we can go down here. I think it looks prettier down here. What do you guys think? Because up here, we're going to add something. But these are my favorite Want2Scrap butterfly bling. And she's coming out with some new ones, right, Michelle? But these are my favorite, and I'll show you why. Because you can take a piece of fabric or whatever you want to take, and a piece of paper. We're using a piece of fabric. But these are my all-time favorites. I can't tell you how much I love these butterflies. So basically, you're going to pop them out like you would if you were working with paper. And you could use one of your little tweezers, you know, fancy tools. I just use my hands. I guess if I wanted to be more professional, I would do that, right? All right, so we can pop it right straight to my fabric. And this is a ribbon that I picked up at Joann's. She's coming out with new butterfly bling, but look, okay, so we put it on our piece of fabric, and I'm going to cut around that piece of fabric to shape that butterfly out. I'm going to take out one of those three-dimensional pops, and we're going to make a three little kind of, you can just your distress inks and just go around those corners to make it even more shabbier and more distress. Pull out your dimensional copy thingy. pop it in. I bend it in half just like that. Make sure you get your bling to adhere really good. Bend it in just like that. I put a bit of glue on that dimensional because it is going straight on fabric. And you can put these right into your work. My favorite butterflies. They are. Yeah. I love those butterflies. So she is getting new ones. So just keep checking the website, www.want2scrap.com, because she is going to get new butterflies. But these are my all-time favorites. Okay, so that is that side. Now we're going to work on this side. And for that side, we got little Saint Nick here that needs his Nesta board. I can find that Nesta board among all my scraps of stuff, because we had the Nesta board yesterday out, right?
Yes.
Who knows where I put it? Because, you know, I clean up after myself after the class. Sometimes I don't. Where did I put it, Vanessa? Oh, right here, right behind me. Okay, so these are the Nesta boards, the fancy tag, and it's item number 9302. And these are really cool, ladies. They're awesome. I'm going to pop that out. It's nice and sturdy chipboard. Look how thick that is. Put that to the side. We're going to take this little handy dandy guy here that we cut out with fabric, and I used my Spellbinder fancy tag die, and I ran it through, but see how perfect that fits around it? And we're just going to go in, and I'm going to do the center, and then I'm going to lift up and carefully place that down. And you can run this through your label maker. I do have one sitting in that corner. You can run it through your label maker and it'll work. I promise you guys for the next class I'll pop out that label maker. Okay. But if you have one of the Xeron ones, that will work beautifully, and I do have a Xeron one. Okay. I guess I get used to working with hot glue and other glues and other mediums, and I really hate pulling out machines. That's my biggest problems. I do not like pulling out any machine. So come January, I will have some fabulous tutorials for you guys here on this channel. And I will also have some more tutorials on but there we go. Not pretty? Let's glue this one down. I see a boo-boo.
You made a boo-boo?
Yeah, I made a boo-boo. So there we go. We have it all nice and pretty. It's pretty.
Yes, a sticker maker by Zyra.
Yes. Yeah, just so you guys see, I do have it. I do have one. It's one of these little things, you know, by the time I pull that baby out, I should have done it before class, but you know me, improvising. Laziness. I don't like machines. I like doing everything by hand. Everything's done by hand. Again, we're going to add more of this because I'm going to use it all up as much as I can possibly use it. I'm gonna add more of this texture because I like that. Isn't that pretty? It's by it's not Christmas related, but it could be. So we might use that one. They're little pretty frames. Look at that. It could be one. You see, I think these run through. They have a little sticky back, do they? No, they don't. So let's see. We're going to add. Oh, yes, it does have an adhesive. Ooh. It's a Michaels brand. So are you guys scared yet of using different elements and layers for your albums? Yeah, I improvise a lot, especially when it comes to machines. I like my Big Shot. I do not like those electronic cutters, and I've had plenty of them, but they're not made for me. Do not like pulling anything out. Just not made for me. I don't know. They need to come up with something that it's May approved. Do you think they have any of those? A May approved machine?
When they do, let me know.
That I'm not going to break it or have a fit because I don't know how to use it. Has to be user friendly. That's for sure.
Exactly.
I haven't found any user friendly ones yet, so that just tells you.
Gail says, "May you inspire me." And
Aww.
layering trim tonight for Shabby Chic ornament.
Ooh, you must show. We got to get Gail on Facebook. Gail doesn't want to be on Facebook, but we're going to have to get Gail on Facebook. I know. You don't want to be on Facebook. You can kill me later.
Ew.
You can kill me later. That is
Gail, you have
perfect.
to get on Facebook with us. That way you can help us inspire others.
Yeah, because Gail does it. She's good with machines. She's not scared of those machines. She just goes right to town with them. Me, on the other hand, I don't like machines, and machines don't like me. So we have this really nice mutual agreement. We just don't like each other.
Gail says, just for you, she might get on Facebook.
Aww. See, we're going to get her on Facebook.
Miss Patty is doing very, very well.
I got to call Miss Shoddy because she was saying on her video she wasn't feeling good, and I haven't heard from her.
I heard from her today. She's doing good.
Is she? I know she's busy and excited. Her mom's coming from Spain, so she's quite busy with orders and getting ready for her mom who's coming in from Spain. But I just want to make sure she's okay. We're going to probably put St. Nick down here. Or, let's see.
Michi says, Gail's the SVG queen. That's true.
She is. She really is. She knows how to use those SVG files. That is for sure. She's not afraid to use them.
Yes, she has, Christy. She's been very, very busy.
Yeah, she's been busy. Her mom's flying in from Spain, and then they're going to travel together. She's going to be a month in Spain, I believe, and her daughter's going to be running the store. So I know she's been quite busy. I believe there's still a Tussie Mussy kit, ladies, if you guys are interested in that. I know we're getting off subject.
That's coming out gorgeous.
Thank you, thank you.
Yeah, she did. She did some slippers for her mom, and they came out awesome.
I know, and wasn't that creative to be able to get some pair of scissors, just normal, simple pair of slippers, and transform them into something beautiful?
You know, when I went to Walmart with my daughter today, I thought about getting some and doing just that so I can have some nice slippers to walk around with. I didn't even wear them shopping, let me tell you. What is the link to May uses from seam binding?
Where's the link that May uses for the seam binding? It's an eBay seller. I'll have to get that and put it in the group.
She'll put out everything in the group. I'm throwing her under the bus tonight, okay, guys?
I will put it in the group, ladies.
What is the link you use for seam binding?
You guys hear my husband? He's a day late.
A day and a minute late.
He is. He's making sure you guys have all your questions answered, so he's doing a really good administrative job. He really is. I had a beautiful message from someone. It was actually Sierra. She ordered her Want2Scrap album. She couldn't wait to get started. She loved the product, so that is awesome. Now she can't wait to get started on her Want2Scrap adventure, because she's going to have a new adventure. She's the one that did this for me. Isn't that beautiful? All right. So St. Nick's going to probably go someone in here. If not, it's going to be in. I think we're going to have to put him on one of the small tags. So we're going to put him on one of the small tags. Okay, ladies.
May, I got a message from Margaret Hernandez on Facebook, and she says you're really outdoing yourself.
Oh, thank you, hon. There's that. And that's one of their swirl chipboards that I distressed up. Now it needs, what does it need, ladies? What else does it need? Let's see. It needs a ribbon, that's for sure. I have too many laces on my lap and I'm sweating bullets. I wasn't feeling so hot last night after class. So Miss Vanessa, talk to me, lady. Talk to me.
I'm trying to answer questions in the chat.
You're typing?
I'm typing.
Oh boy, I don't even hear you typing. You type really.
I'm a soft typist.
I see. I see.
I'm a very soft typist.
Any questions? Any concerns? We're almost getting to the end of it. We survived it.
Carol Blair says, bling, something shiny.
Something shiny? I don't know. Have anything shiny? Have something floral. Let's see. That's been created with details. Let's see. Ooh.
Michelle's off quiet tonight.
Michelle Pipeling?
No, Michelle from Want2Scrap.
Oh, she's probably working. Ooh, I think I like that.
Yells at me, and then she goes on a hiatus. Where did you get the hair pick? The
hair.
bow maker you have.
It is a Create and Craft TV bow maker. So you can go to the Create and Craft website and get it there. But I'll tell you, ladies, after Deco Fun's bow maker, I totally love, and they have extra pegs. I just found that out. I totally love their bow maker, and I'm hooked on it. I really am. For the simple reason that you can move, once you have, I'm going to move all this junk out of my way because I'm getting tired of seeing it. You can adjust, if it's too long, too short, you can adjust it as you're going in, and I'll show you in a minute. And I'm about to go into the bow maker now.
Okay, May. Dorabelle says, bello, May. Looks like a tutu.
It looks like a tutu, yeah. You know, maybe that's why I do it like that, because when I was growing up, I wanted to take ballet lessons, and we couldn't afford it, of course. So.
Now Michelle's teasing me.
Why is that?
She says she's being quiet like me. She's relaxing and enjoying class.
She's had a long day of work, ladies. Miss Michelle has been working.
Yeah,
she was working. She was working late today. She really was.
Verani wants to know why you're keeping the gorgeous tags to yourself.
The tags?
The tag book. She wants to know why you're keeping it to yourself.
Why am I keeping it to myself? I don't know. I really don't.
Ooh. Michelle from Want2Scrap says Want2Scrap has a tutu book.
Yes, she does. And she also has a corset book, ladies. You guys got to check that out. I saw her corset book and I liked it. So can you imagine taking one of those corset books and going to town with laces and ribbon and lace and fabrics and bling, and I don't know. Did I just repeat myself? Yes, I did.
How is Amy doing on her vacation plan?
Amy Love?
I guess.
Amy Love, I didn't know she was on vacation.
No, I think she's talking about the, you know what we talked about before, plan.
I have no idea.
What we talked about with Chatty.
I have no idea.
I
have no idea. I don't know.
Craft retreat?
Oh, the craft retreat.
Yeah.
I don't know. We have to ask Miss
Amy. She's right there. Amy, how you doing on that plan?
Ask Miss Amy. I think her mom can arrange it.
Yes, Heidi. Vanessa, our plan. That's a good way to put it, Miss Linda. Gail, you see, everybody wants you to get a Facebook. Come on. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
You guys know I like my funky bows. Let's cut this up here. Gail needs to get on Facebook. She really does. She's really talented.
She does.
And I think she's missing out on our Facebook adventures. Should I put it up here, but then you don't see her? I like it up there. I don't know about you guys. Up there, down here. I kind of like it up here, though.
Mm-hmm.
up there.
Yep. No pressure, Gail. Just do it. No pressure at all, Gail. Just do it.
Just do it, girl. Do
it.
Do it, Gail. Do it.
Miss Linda says she wants a boa, a funky boa.
She wants a funky bow.
Boa. Get it?
Boa. No, I'm not getting. I'm kind of slow tonight, ladies. I don't think I had enough.
W-A. Oh, Loretta likes your chipboard heart.
Oh, I can't wait to. Oh, we're going to create something funky with that chipboard heart. We are. We're going to go funky with that one. Okay, so we have that, and I think she needs a little, maybe a little birdie tucked in there. What do you guys think? Do you like the little?
I think it's cute.
The little birdie tucked in there, and that is one of their. It comes in a set of 3. They're chipboard birdies. Someone wants to get the link. Put it there for us.
Yes, I'll get it, Mama. No problema.
I need coffee. Yes, you're right, Patricia. I need coffee. Brain's not functioning tonight, ladies. All right, there's a little chipboard heart. I mean, birdie. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to work on a small tag because I already did some smaller tags. Comes tags of 4. And I did this one. Here's one of the other little birdies that comes in the little pack. There's that one. And there's the back. Here's this one with a little inspirational script in the back.
Ooh,
okay,
those are
good. I'm glad you guys like that. So now we're going to put this little Santa here, but I think I'm going to use him on there. So we're going to work with this one here.
Ladies, I just put the link to the birdie in the chat.
Let's turn him. You know what? I'm going to be funky. We're going to turn him.
Miss Linda, if I could say that word, I would.
What was the word?
Beautylicious cuteness. Whoa.
Beautylicious cuteness. Miss Linda and her words.
I think she's just trying to say supercalifragilisticexpialidocious.
She's saying something. I don't know what it is. We're just adding little pieces here and there. Okay, ladies?
And it's coming out gorgeous. You know that doily you have on there looks like a gear.
The doily. Oh, yeah, it does, doesn't it?
Looks like a steampunk gear.
It does. It sure does.
Go in there and get that corset and the other book you talked about.
The corset is gorgeous. I don't know about you guys, but imagine that corset with laces and all the ribbons and all the yumminess and bling that we can put on that corset album. That's just going to be a fabulous album. From start to finish, it will be totally fabulous. Kid you not, it will be fabulous.
Candy's Scraps and More says she doesn't get the SVG thing.
Oh, yes. The SVG. Michelle, if you're in the chat, if you can let her know what an SVG file or someone can tell her what an SVG file, basically it's a file. Gail's in there and she can tell her pretty much what an SVG file is. See, I'm just using now, this is just little scraps. St. Nick's gonna have some scraps on him. Is she telling him what it is?
Not yet. Gail, can you explain what an SVG file is, please? Thank you.
Yeah, we had that little doily there.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like Santa has a tutu on. But I like that.
A new invention for a beard.
That's your invention for a beard. Is that what you're saying? Santa has a beard. A flower-shaped beard.
Yep. A gear-shaped beard. There you go. Thank you, Gail.
No, that's going to be too much. Right there. Gail would know about this, about those SVG files, because that's what she normally works with all the time. I'm challenged. I'm going to use these little tiny scraps, and I'm just going to make a tassel. I'm not going to make a bow. Not this time, not for him. We're almost done. I promise you, this is it. I can get my So I'm just going to make the tassel with all these little pieces of yumminess laying around. They don't have to be exactly the same measurement.
Verani lost us for 5 minutes. Her finger slipped. Yeah, her finger slipped.
How are you doing with the list?
I got them all so far. I had Miss Linda and Miss Heidi send me a complete list.
She sent you the complete list?
Yep. Everybody in the chat. I hand wrote some, but that's okay.
Cut it too short. It's a good thing this twine is very inexpensive.
Uh-oh. And I know I speak for me when I say this. We want to thank Want2Scrap and all our lovely sponsors, including our host today, who is a sponsor, for sponsoring the hop for us and being so gracious as to give lovely gifts.
Mm-hmm. So we just do a tassel here, and we're going to stick it right there. Something simple. And you guys wanted bling.
Jaretta, I'm not on tomorrow night. I'm not on till what, May the 21st?
Yeah, tomorrow is actually Carol Held. She's next. So tomorrow you guys are going to follow Carol to her channel. And I'm going to add some of this cheesecloth here because it was laying on my desk. So why not, you know? Waste not, want not. Tuck it in there.
Do that.
Don't let it go to waste.
Where do you get the pearl bling?
The pearl bling that I just used now is from Creating with Details. And Shabby Dollar is the owner of Creating with Details. So we used the little scraps we're laying on this desk to make like a little frilly thing sticking out that way. Now we're going to put this little bling there. And that might be just too much. I think that's just a little too much. Too much bling.
Do you use embroidery thread for the forceps?
Do I use what? No.
Embroidery thread.
No. For the corsets, you mean?
I think that's what she meant.
No, for the corset, I have not worked with the corset yet. Thank you, Debbie. So when we do work with the corset, we'll let you guys know because I haven't yet worked with that one. I think Michelle was actually going to create something with that one. Michelle Pipeling, that is. Never too much bling. So we're gonna see. We're gonna figure this out, ladies. These are from Hobby Lobby, very inexpensive. I paid $2 for that. Okay, so what do you guys think about that one versus that?
Where are you? I lost you, May. Ooh, I like that. What's the other one?
There's the bling.
I like the bling. Melissa, an SVG file is a file you can cut out on like a Cricut or Brother Scan and Cut or help me out.
A silhouette cameo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a vector graphic.
Yeah, a vector. All right, so that's what we got, ladies, right there. Okay. And in the back, we can add another little Santa image if we want. I'm just going to do a real quick one and call this done. Okay. For the next one, we're going to be working on January when I come back. We will work on the Heart album. So if you guys purchased that Funky Shabby Chic album, that's what we're working when I get back in January. So you guys got to make sure you get yours quick. How many of you guys already ordered your album? Did anyone order it already? Again, scraps are wonderful for these kind of projects.
Yeah,
They really are.
Will you put book together?
Yeah, I'm going to put the books together here in a few. I'm going to finish this baby up, and we're going to start putting this album together.
Where did you get it? She got it from Want2Scrap, Autumn.
Yeah, the album is the tag album from Want2Scrap, and if someone can put the link to the album, I would really appreciate it.
I'm after it. I'm on it.
Be sure to use May Sent Me 40, and it's all caps.
There's the link, ladies. And
Make
there's
sure
your
you
code to use.
Use that because that is 40% off your order. And it's always fabulous to take advantage of these sales, and Michelle was generous enough to give us that code. I mean, that's fabulous. She didn't have to do that, ladies. She really didn't.
Thank you, Michelle.
There's that. I just keep adding more and more, don't I? I never know when to stop. That's the problem with Shabby Chic. You just never know when you're going to stop. Ugh. And no, my craft room is not this messy. Just when I'm working with you guys live. All right. So I think that'll do it. And now we're going to get our seam binding, and we're going to start putting this baby together. So you guys can get, I think I'm going to actually use burlap. Let's use burlap to put it together. But for the tags, I want to put some seam binding. It's the Shabby Chic cart, yes. And you get it at the Want2Scrap, and that's going to be my project when we return from the Christmas break in January. We're going to do the Shabby Chic album, the heart album. So if you haven't purchased yours yet, please do so. And I just kind of put that together. I'm going to tie a knot on each end. 40% ends on the 17th. Yes, take advantage of that, ladies. Remember, May sent me. Just don't tell your husbands that. And if your husbands are listening to this, mute it. Yes, I designed the actual Shabby Chic heart. I like funky hearts. I don't like my hearts to be, you know, perfectly shaped. I don't know. That to me is just not right. I like my heart to be funky. All right, so we just put two little, what do you call those? Buttons. And that is the tag for that one. Okay. So we have that tag done. We have this tag done. And we have this tag done. And that could be a little album in itself. But we're going to work on the big album. And we're going to actually put that baby together once I move all this mess out of my desk. We're going to use this twine. And you can probably use some seam binding. Let's try the seam binding, ladies.
Okay. Does Want2Scrap still have the Christmas album?
Yeah, they still have that Christmas album, and it was CA-1026 was the item number for the Christmas album. C as in cat, A as in apple, 1026. All right, let's use twine. I think I'm going to use twine. It's a lot sturdier. I'm going to use this one for the front page because it's bulky. And then we'll use this one for the outside. So the bulkiness, see that? The bulkiness is out towards the outside of my album. And I'm just going to go ahead and start putting my twine right through. And if you have a needle, you can probably put the needle, if you have one of those big eye needle holes, whatever you call those things. Don't make fun of me. And you can probably go ahead and take your tags and insert them inside as well. Your little tags, your mini tags. I know one of them goes in a pocket that I designed. So one of them is going to be inserted to a pocket. They're making fun of me yet? You guys making fun of me yet?
The Heart album named after you, May.
Yes.
Shabby Chic Heart. Yes, it is.
Yes, it's named
Michelle,
after me.
can we find a list of your events?
The list of the events, we're going to start classes on this channel starting January, Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I'm going to have a hard time with this one. On this channel. And one of the days, I haven't decided what day is going to be the day. I'll decide that and I'll put a little note. What day is going to be the day. I have to look at the calendar. Which one's going to be a day class and which one's going to be the evening class. But we're definitely going to look at the evening classes more, if that's okay with you guys. All right, so here we go. Okay, and all you do is tie it up. You can put seam binding on this. It comes with some rings, but because we have a bulky album, I'm going to tie it once, twice.
Third time's a charm.
Yep.
Okay, can you combine the, combine the twine and the seam binding?
Yes, you should be able to combine the twine and the seam. That hole is so big that you can definitely do that. I'm going to be putting seam binding on here. So you're going to be able to do that, but you can definitely, you have a tag. See that? And then I'm going to go back in here and I am going to dress up this here and probably put a chunky charm there with some seam binding and a big bow. That's what we're going to do later, okay? Well, I'm going to do later. All right, so that is it, ladies. And you can probably take these and intertwine them. Say for instance, well, I already tied it, but you can intertwine as if you were, so you would take this one here bead it over or string it through the small tag, go through again, and then go like, it's almost like a stitch, a cross stitch. So you can do that too on this one. I'm leaving a little bit hanging here because I'm going to be adding a big bow and a chunky charm. Okay, but that is it. There's page 1. It's going to be tucked right in here because there's a pocket. Well, one of these has a pocket. Okay, there's a pocket on one of these. Forgot which one it was. But there's a pocket on one of these that I did. Which one's the first one? Right here. I knew I had a pocket. That's going to be tucked in there. See? So there's page 1. You can flip it. There's page 2. There's a small tag. There's that one. That has a pocket. There's another tag. So there it is. There is your album, ladies.
Beautiful.
It is very yummy, isn't it? Yummy? It's so yummy. You wouldn't have thought this was a chipboard album underneath all that. It's hard to tell. If you were looking at this at first glance, you would not know. You would not know that this was a chipboard album, would you? That would be really hard to tell just by looking at this album. From a distance, you could not tell unless you saw this. So it's just another way you guys can create with these chipboard products. Don't be afraid to use paint. Don't be afraid to use sprays. Don't be afraid to use different mediums. Here's one of those little pop-up butterflies. Don't be afraid to use all those, ladies. Here's another one. Oh, thank you, Miss Karen. It is very epic. Yes, you're right. Thank you, guys. You guys are so sweet. You're very welcome. I thank you guys. Let me change my camera, okay, so you guys can see me. And then we're going to start. Do we have the list of everyone that was in this chat tonight?
I'm folding them up right now.
And Vanessa's folding up. While we do that, we can do a little bit of chit-chatting. I know you guys have been here for a while, but that's to be expected with a class, right? I mean, if you guys were to be sitting in a classroom, this would probably take a little longer to complete this. So we did good timing, I think.
Okay.
All right. Okay, so it turned out really fabulous. The only thing, like I said, I'm going to be doing off camera is I'm going to add my chunky charm because I do have to make that. And I'm going to add some tassels just like I did on the other album that you guys saw me make. But it's a very gorgeous, and you would not even know at all. Look at all those beautiful Want2Scrap chipboard. Looking at them as a regular chipboard, you wouldn't even know that was chipboard. I mean, it's just an awesome product. The bling is fabulous. Look at the 3D butterflies that you can make with the butterfly bling. And she's got a new one that's coming out. Look at the little snowflakes. They're darling. Absolutely darling. I mean, you can't go wrong with this, ladies. Absolutely can't. And it looks like I lost one of my paper. I lost my Hobby Lobby paper flower, so that's not one of those that I'll buy again. Okay, so here's that. And here's another one. Oops. And that one has a pocket. So even adding pockets, and you can also do them for wall hanging. And if you didn't want to do an album, you can even do them for like wall hanging. If you get the Melissa Francis, the 4-inch wall hanging hooks, this would be a fabulous wall hanging as well. And then that's the last page. Okay. Again, those chipboard pieces, just look at that little ornament. Isn't that gorgeous? That's a chipboard ornament. And so the sky is really the limit with these things. You can create so many beautiful pieces and no one will ever know that it was a chipboard piece.
Whoops. One more to fold and we can pan the
I'm glad you were able to join us, Miss Candy, and I'm glad that whatever troubles and issues you guys are having and facing and encountering, that joining us here, you can just forget about it for at least an hour or so and just unleash it all and enjoy the crafting class together. The embellishments do make it beautiful, and like I said, you really can't tell once you start adding the sprays, the paints, the distress inks, can't tell it's chipboard. You know, you would think it's wood, or I mean, these look like they're wood. They look like they're wood. Look at that. That's one of the little chipboard swirls, and it looks like it's wood. It does not look like chipboard. So that's how good the quality of her chipboard is. It resisted all that distress that I put it through.
Maybe they're saying it's worth an Academy Award.
Oh, you guys are so sweet.
Okay, May, you want to put the camera on me? I'm going to draw this.
Okay, so I'm going to put the camera on Vanessa. Do not forget, all caps, May sent me 40, and the website is www.want2scrap.com. Check it out. Use that code, and don't forget that Shabby Chic Funky Heart, because that's what we're going to create when I return back in January. That first week, whether it's a Monday, a Wednesday, or Friday, I don't know what day it is, that first week, we're going to create something awesome and amazing. Get all your scraps of laces, all your ribbon, all your fabrics, all your scraps. Let's clean out our desk of all the scraps we have, and that's what we're going to create. Utilizing scraps, nothing but scraps, okay? No, don't go out and spend anything new. We're using every piece of scrap that we used from the year before, from 2016. We're going to use it in that heart when I return, okay? So start gathering all your scraps. All right.
Can you use a metal ring on the album?
What's that?
Can you put a metal ring on it?
You can. It comes with 2 rings in your kit or in your package. They're small little rings, but if you go to like Joann's or Hobby Lobby in the sewing section, they have those huge, I did a ornament with it. They have those huge bobbin rings. You can use that. It'll work because it's a lot bigger. It's about that round, and I used it for one of my ornaments. But you can definitely use those huge rings as well. I would suggest, because we're making them so bulky and we're using so many elements into these albums, that you get the huge bobbin ring from the sewing section of either Hobby Lobby or Joann's. And they were like a pack of 3 for $2.99. Use your coupon. You can't beat it. Okay, thank you, Michelle Parrish, for joining us tonight and making this possible for all of us. We're now going to put the camera on Vanessa, and we're going to select a winner. Did you get Deb? There's a Deb M.
Yep, I got them all. Everybody's in the pan.
All right, so everyone's in the pan. I'm going to put the camera on her. This is for the $25 gift certificate, prize number 2 for tonight. Make sure you register to the www.want2, and it's the number 2, Want2Scrap.com. And once the winner's selected, if you've registered, you will have $25 credit added to your account. Make sure you email me what email you use to register to their website, okay?
Ready?
All right, I'm going to put the camera on her.
And
Jackie, congratulations, Jackie. Jackie, I can't pronounce your last name, Heichel. And Miss, I'm sorry if Heichel, I think.
I think it's Heichel.
Heichel, yeah, I think that's what it is, Heichel. Jackie Heichel. It is the winter, not winter, winner. You're very welcome, Crystal. Thank you all for joining us tonight. Congratulations to the 2 winners. You guys are fabulous. You've made it possible. We have 293 subbies in less than a week. We've only been up for what? Couple, maybe 3-4 days at the most. And you guys made it possible where we have 293 subbies. And it's all because you guys are all beautiful. Beautiful, inside and out. So thank you so much. Contact Jackie, myself, so you can give me, register to the website, give me the email so that I can forward that in to Michelle and she can credit your account. And thank you all for joining me. Do not forget the Shabby Chic heart, okay? Night, guys. Love you all. Until next time, which will be in January, we'll get together, and that's when we're going to start our Monday, Wednesday, Friday classes here on this channel.
See you guys then.
Bye.
Bye, everybody.